This is the last one, at least for now. Hi, I'm Felipe Drago and welcome to Drago Drums. Today, lesson 10 about drum fills, probably the last one. I decided 10 is a good number to finish with. Sounds official, the 10 drum fill lessons. And I chose to finish today to use two classic books in drum teaching. Stick Control by George Lawrence Stone and Accents and Rebounds, also by George Lawrence Stone. Okay, we're going to use these two books to create drum fills from these exercises. A lot of drum fills from this book, not so many from this one, because once you understand this and one exercise on this one, you pretty much understand how to use these two books as drum fills resources. And now with all the lessons, all 10 lessons about drum fills, you have a very good vocabulary to start creating your own drum fills. Okay, so now let's get to drum fills with stick control. I'm not gonna get into how to practice stick control on the pad. This is for a different lesson. I'm gonna talk about the book, how to use it for drum fills. Page 5, I would say it's very straightforward. You can play as eighth notes or 16th notes. So for example, exercise 1 on page 5, which is single strokes, you can play as eighth notes or 16th notes. So I'm going to play twice, one as eighth note and one as 16th notes. If you're following the series since lesson 1, you know that we start only playing on the snare drum. You already know that. I don't need to do that every time. If you didn't know that, it's because you didn't watch from the very first lesson. So stop right now and go back there. When you finish lesson 9, then you play lesson 10. Same thing with exercise 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all these exercises on the page. If you're playing as eighth notes, it's just the first bar. If you're playing as 16th notes, is the whole exercise. Now let's go to page 6. I'm gonna jump straight into exercise 33 because it has the sticking right, left, right, left, right, left. And if you orchestrate in a less obvious way, it sounds very interesting. What I'm going to do is the left hand is going to stay on the snare drum and the right hand will play the toms. Exercise 33, page 6 as eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do the same thing with exercise 43, that is right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left. Okay, so exercise 43. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can do the same orchestration with exercises 5, 6, and 7 on page 5. For example, exercise 5, exercise 6, and exercise 7. If you consider pages 5, 6, and 7, you have at the very least 60 drum fills. I say 60, it's 72 exercises, but I say 60 because 13 to 24 on page 5 is combinations of the first 12 exercises. So if you're going to play as eighth notes, you will choose either bar first or second as the drum fill, but then it's going to be one of the exercises from 1 to 12. But if you decide to play all of them as 16th notes, then you have 72 different drum fills on the first 3 pages. And that's only if you play on the snare drum. If you orchestrate, you can create many more. Page 8 now. Page 8, same thing. You can orchestrate as eighth notes and eighth note triplets, or 16th notes and 16th note triplets. I'm going to play the first exercise and you will understand what I mean. First as eighth note and eighth note triplets, then 16th notes and 16th note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 24 exercises that can be turned into drum fills. Now, page 10. Now, page 10 can be interpreted as eighth notes and 16th notes, or 16th notes and 32nd notes. I'm going to play exercise 3, so we'll know exactly what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that comes double strokes, then many different combinations. Then after that, eighth note, 16th notes, and triplets, and or 16th notes, 32nd notes, and 16th note triplets. So many, many, many different combinations. Now, I'm going to jump to page 16, the first page of flams. And then flams, which is a kind of drum fill that not many people play. In this book, you have 192 flam exercises in this series, because there's more later. But in this series, you have 192 flam exercises. So 192 drum fills, and the possibilities in terms of orchestration are endless. So I'm going to play the very first one, because then you're going to understand exactly how you can play and orchestrate and start having fun. So page 16, exercise 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the common orchestration around the kit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, not the common orchestration. So I'm going to play mostly on the snare drum, and the right hand playing the flams are going to go around the kit. So here we go. Another interpretation for exercise 1, page 16. The book is Stick Control. 1, 2, 3, 4. So after the flams, there's many different combinations of eighth note triplets and 16th note triplets, or triplets and 32nd notes, and different groupings like 10s, 12s, and many other groupings. But I'm going to jump to page 39 because this is also something very interesting where you have groupings that are not usually put together when playing drum fills. In the case of page 39, exercise 1 is 4/16 notes and a quintuplet. So it sounds like this. And there are drummers who do these exercises straight from stick control as drum fills, and everybody are astonished on, wow, how come they have these ideas? Stick control, that's where the ideas come from. Okay, so I'm going to do exercise 1, page 35. 16th notes and quintuplets. I'm going to play just as I did on the snare drum, and then you orchestrate any way you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, literally every exercise in the book, Stick Control, can be played as a drum fill and orchestrated in the most creative ways you can think of. So I think I gave you a very good idea how to explore Stick Control. So now let's go to the other book, Accents and Rebounds. Just like Stick Control, every single exercise in Accents and Rebounds can be used as drum fills. So I'm going to jump straight into page 5, exercise 13, explore it many different ways so you'll have a pretty good idea how you can do the whole book. Okay, so here we go. Exercise 13, page 5, first interpretation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there's the common or logical interpretation, a 16th note going around the kit. But now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do an interpretation where I play the fill on the snare and the accents on the toms. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now another interpretation where I'm going to play the accents on the cymbals with the click, with the kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, there you have it. 10 lessons about drum fills, exploring many different figures, rudiments, and now 2 classic books. So that gives you a very good idea about how to practice drum fills. Now, practicing is one thing, playing is a different thing. We only play the things we already know, and we need to practice the things we don't know. So as you progress through these 10 lessons and you're learning all these drum fills, you're going to have a huge vocabulary. And the more you practice them, the more they are internalized. That's a very important word because you're not going to play a single paradiddle or a flam tap or whatever they called in a song. You're going to play a drum fill that fits the song. And if for the song, what fits better is a single paradiddle or is a flam tap or is one exercise from stick control. Doesn't matter because all of these are internalized in your playing and they're going to come out as needed because music always comes first. So practice all these things. There's not never enough practicing. So keep practicing, keep exploring, and the moment you're playing, serve the music. Okay? Thank you very much for watching this and all the 9 before and all the other videos I have on my channel. And see you on the next one. Bye.